Here is a familiar sight along the highways and byways, the Austin 7 on tour. But all 7 users are not so carefree. Just watch the hustle at the pits at Brooklands, preparing the mighty Atom for more strenuous work. They're off. Crack drivers and crack cars lap the famous track at incredible speeds. The Atom sweeps by at over 100 miles an hour. A big crowd attends the famous hill climb at Shelsley Walsh, and there's something worth watching. I've a hunch we may find a brace of Austins straining at the leash. What did I tell you? Watch number 6 and 7 as they rapidly corner on this steep gradient. Well, they've made it. It just goes to show you can't keep a good baby down. But these are not the only activities of the versatile 7. And this, in spite of its rakish appearance, is not the latest thing in racing models. Rural Kent is a long way from the home of the Speed Kings, and Bits is the property of a Dartford farmer who built this baby tractor and cultivator himself. With the aid of our dependable little friend, it does a very good job of work on his apple orchards. Look at these powerful claws tearing up the soil. A heavy load for such a small engine, but it never seems to weary of its work. This shining monster is something more than an ordinary motorcycle. George Brough, who was responsible for its design, had a bright idea when he fitted a 7 engine as the power unit. She will tour at 60 miles an hour, and for comfort and balance she takes a lot of beating. Notice the double wheel at the back. What a break for the girlfriend when you take her out pillion riding. By the way, don't worry about the driver. He's quite safe. It's just his way of demonstrating the stability of an Austin 7 on 2 wheels. Or is it 3? What will he do when he comes to the traffic lights? I know this looks like a kiddie car, but it's really a spray painting unit made by Mr. Clements of the Enterprise Garage, Bournemouth. And here is the Atom again. What a compact and workmanlike job the 7 engine makes in this unusual application, helping to revive the good looks of your car. Now for yet another application of dependable power. The owner of this neat little craft very sensibly decided to fit a 7 engine. And as you see, he's having a grand time putting his boat through its paces. She's responding very nicely, too. Have you noticed that these speedboats are becoming more and more popular all around the coast? Well, here we are for our next variety turn. Look out, you'll get dizzy. You see, even the railways rely on the Atom, and the mobile crane can carry a 1-ton load with ease, although it does require some skillful manipulation on the part of the driver. Well, that's a weight off his mind. The baby certainly is a glutton for hard work. Now, what is this? A flying boat? No, and it isn't a tank. Though it does look suspiciously like one from this angle. Perhaps it's a submarine. Wrong again. This strange-looking craft is known as a hydroglider and can skim through the water and navigate very shallow streams. In fact, she is the only powerboat to cover the upper reaches of the Severn. Mr. Davies of Dudley, who built this boat, made a record journey from Stourport to Shrewsbury, which is no mean accomplishment, for the water is very shallow and only a hydroglider can negotiate the weeds. How well the atom plays its part. It takes some power to push any sort of boat through weed-infested waters, let alone to mount strong rapids, and thus the Austin 7 engine helps to open up new possibilities in navigation. Let us leave them forging up the Severn. What is this coming round the bend? The Cheltenham Flyer on a record run, or only the 845? But where's the engine? Anyhow, we shall know at the next stop. Ah, yes, the miniature railway at Yarmouth. The booking office clerk has to issue tickets very quickly to keep up with this eager crowd of passengers. Over the bridge, and then a scramble for a corner seat. It reminds me of the Underground in the morning. Well, we're ready to go. And there is an engine. You've guessed, it is a 7 again. The signal is set, the guard waves his flag, and off we go on another run with the Atom pulling a record load. What a lovely picture this graceful cutter makes as she slips over the water, sails spread to the breeze, and white paint gleaming in the sun. Belay there! I've always felt an urge for the nautical life. The owner of this cutter is a very skillful yachtswoman, and always takes the helm herself. But it's pleasant to relax occasionally, and there are tides and calms to contend with. So she had a 7 engine fitted as an auxiliary. When the sails are furled, the engine power keeps the cutter moving very smoothly through the water. Nice going. You know, I'm really filled with admiration at this amphibious quality in the Atom. Truly, the mighty Atom is quite as much at home on sea as on land. But let us get back to terra firma before we begin to feel the effects. So we are now at the end of our voyage of discovery, to find the Atom busy at its everyday task. And after all we have seen, we come to look upon this smallest and most versatile of Austin engines with a new respect. When you require a dependable power unit for almost any purpose, remember the Austin 7 engine, the mighty Atom.